accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
12. Rivers now on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And they'll run it here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Rivers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Javon Hargrave coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole. Because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Delta!
To throw is Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point forthcoming. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger keeps it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They go play action. Rivers. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. 390.
Rivers to throw it. Flushed out right. Open man, it's Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
380.
Now Rivers steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rivers to throw this time. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. A first down throw here for Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Ready. 380.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they were with the elusives. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kerwin Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. On second down, Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he's gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Eckler to return it. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Buying time to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger will throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. The play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football, because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Rivers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. To throw, Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Donnie Jones now. As the drive goes backwards. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case,
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready. 380.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, Rocket. Set. 380. 6 down. Check 6 down. White.
the gun. Rivers going to throw deep for the end zone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Rivers on fourth down. He's going to take it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And now running right through it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Pittsburgh, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
you.